plaintiff, Jessica Berger, says within a month of dating the defendant, they moved in together. Jessica claims over time the defendant became extremely possessive and would not allow anyone to visit her. And she's suing him for a cable bill, a trip, and property damage. Defendant Justin McGowan says from the beginning he and Jessica were in an open relationship. At Jessica's request, Justin's countersuing because he claims Jessica damaged his TV.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, I met Justin last year around April 2018. Our relationship started kind of quick, like within like the first month of meeting, like we were moved in together. We stayed together for like a month, and then he got his own place and we lived separately.
Okay.
Just a lot of cheating.
You lived together only 1 month?
Well, the beginning of our relationship, 1 month. Mm-hmm. And then like a few months later, I ended up moving in with him.
Okay, the cable bill in question, was that from the 1 month at first, or was it the last time you all lived together?
The last time we lived
All right,
together.
and when did you all move in that time?
It was around September.
Of 18?
2018, yes.
All right, how did that go?
Just a lot of sneaky stuff. It was rough. He was changing every day. Went from Justin to like Paul. That's his middle name. And that's his crazy side. I call him Paul.
Was he like that the first few months?
No, he was like really nice. We laughed about a lot of stuff. We hung out and stuff, but he got real possessive, like to the point where when we lived together, couldn't no one come see me. Like the only one he would buzz into his gate was like my mom. We have a mutual friend. We hung out with her every day. Even she couldn't get in the gate. It was like you had to walk through
Why
the
did
gate.
you all break up?
Well, I just got tired of trying to decide who he was that day. Like, it seemed like if I was affectionate and sexual with him, I would get Justin. But if I was, just minding my business, pretty much just, not too much into him, but gave him his time. It was open. Like, he opened it, like, wide open. It was wide open. Like, just anybody could come through.
All right, let me hear from you, sir.
I met Jessica around April last year, and I think around November, December, her and her child came in and moved in with me. And that's when the whole, we need Wi-Fi in the house, we need cable, and that's how the whole Verizon bill thing came about. And we was in an open relationship. It was an open relationship from the beginning. She put it that way. She told me, she talked to other guys herself. And
Is that true?
I did talk to other guys.
Let's get to the lawsuit, ma'am. $2,110 for the cable bill.
Yes.
And the trip and property damage. What happened here?
Okay, so it was Justin's birthday, and he didn't have any money. He has no family in Virginia. So I hit him like, yo, I'm going on a little trip. We get there, he immediately gets wasted, like, to the point where he's just in the car laying down or what have you. So I'm like, Justin, you okay? You all right? He like, just leave me. I'm gonna try to, calm down, sleep it off a little bit. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna just leave you for a little while. I'll be back. Next thing you know, he just comes into where I was located. Oh, be this, be that. And he said he was gonna leave me. Mind you, this mutual friend that we have, she gave me her car keys, her car, and I was responsible for the gas. And
how does he owe you for the trip, ma'am?
Well, he ruined like the whole trip. For one, Friday into Saturday.
He owes you because you didn't enjoy yourself?
No, he owes me because for one, he broke my iPhone that I haven't.
So you did enjoy yourself?
I did have fun eventually.
Okay, good.
Eventually, I ended up taking him home.
He broke your phone?
Yes.
There's property damage. Let's get to that then. Because you getting the money because you didn't like your trip at first.
No, it wasn't that.
It's unreasonable for you to even think that.
I ended up having to.
Let's get to the damage, ma'am.
Okay, so first, This right here, I have some evidence from a friend of ours, a mutual friend that we talk to every day.
Tell me what happened, ma'am.
So
See, this isn't funny. After you move in with a man you don't know within 1 month, and then a couple months later, you move in with him then with your child, and you see all this mood swings up and down, and you still stay there, and now you want to bring this mess to me and grin and hee, ha, ha. You didn't know nothing about this man. So no, I'm not taking your word.
You're right.
So now, tell me about this phone. I have no idea what you're referring to.
So on Saturday morning, I couldn't find
the trip.
Yes, on the trip. Saturday morning of the trip. I wake up to my duffel bag at the front office, supposedly my phone, everything that was in the car, because he was gonna drive and leave me there, which I said that's fine. So he ends up throwing my phone into like a wooded area.
How did you find out?
Well, a few friends told me he did it.
Told your
friends?
They
watched him throw it.
He was right there when I did it.
Yeah,
okay,
like we were standing.
Okay, he says he did it. So let's get to the cable bill now. He says he did it. Go ahead. Cable bill.
So for the cable bill, Justin's in school. And he just kept saying he needed internet to do his homework and stuff like that. I was like, well, you know, I'm there or whatever. You know, I'll get the cable bill in my name, because his name, he needed a deposit. So he was like, all right, that'll be my bill. I'll make sure I take care of this bill and everything. Now, the first month or two, he did pay. I watched him call.
What months were those?
The first 2 months that we had it. Let me look at the bill. Let's see.
You move in with him then with your child, and you see all this mood swings up and down, and you still stay there. And now you want to bring this mess to me and grin and hee, ha, ha. You didn't know nothing about this man.
Plaintiff Jessica Berger is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims he and Jessica were in an open relationship at Jessica's request.
What do you want to tell me about the trip, sir?
On the trip, she coaxed me to going because I told her I didn't want to go. I ain't have no money to go in the first place. And so, oh, it's your birthday. I got you. You don't got to worry about nothing. Our mutual friend let us use her car to go to Richmond, Dumfries, Virginia. And they feeding me. We get there, they feeding me drinks, give me drinks. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Drink. And I got wasted. And she claims that I said you can leave me in the car. And we had a hotel room right around the corner. And when I come to in the car, I'm in the car in a foreign place. I don't know where I'm at. And yes, I was real upset about that. And I went in there.
I think she should have carried you.
Yeah, I think like you could at least took me to the hotel room instead of leaving me in the backseat.
That means carry you.
Yeah.
Took you to the room. So that means carry you because, as you say, you were knocked out in the backseat.
Yeah. Yes, Honor.
Your Honor, I have text messages where he says, and I'll reimburse you for the trip, because he just acted.
Was it his birthday?
I was going already. So.
It's funny again.
Your Honor, the smile is to keep from crying. If you only knew some of the stuff like we went through. Yes, I tried to help him. He was homeless. He didn't have any clothes or anything like to where he was
That's why
staying.
you knew he couldn't pay you.
So I tried to help him.
Sir, do you intend to pay her back for this? You told her you would, even though it's really a gift. Do you think you should reimburse her for the trip or not?
I don't think I should.
Okay, you made the gift and it was completed. And just because you didn't enjoy it, you can't then come and say that wasn't a gift. Give me some money back. And he was willing to tell you that for whatever reason, but his response was not legally enforceable. He didn't owe you anything because the trip was a gift. He didn't owe you anything. Now, with regard to your cable bill, how do I know, sir, who agreed to pay what?
I feel like it was 50-50 because she was in the house with me.
Feel like? What did you all discuss?
It was, like the cable bill wasn't only for me. It was for me and her son.
What you say sounds reasonable. A woman and her child move in with you, and she wants cable, and so you all split the bill. And is he working? Were you working?
I'm a full-time student.
Okay, and I guess your student loan money or
Yes.
grant money was paying your rent?
Yeah, GI Bill.
All right, she moves in on your grant money, actually, and tells you to get cable. Get cable.
That is not true.
I know you're in school.
So you didn't say you would pay
My
100%?
son got to watch his cartoon.
My son don't watch cartoons, Your Honor,
Cartoon Network.
or Cartoon Network.
Evidence that he agreed to pay it all?
I have text messages,
Because
Your Honor.
at this
And I
point,
can't believe that he's lying.
You've been unreasonable with your expectations.
He's been lying.
What's the property damage you're suing her for, sir?
She threw a remote at my TV and just destroyed my whole TV. I have a picture.
Let me see it, please. Ma'am, did you engage in violence toward him?
No, I've never done anything physical to Justin. Like,
Okay, you didn't break the television?
I didn't throw anything at his TV. I don't know what happened to
So
his
you were
TV.
there at the house, you're living with a man, broken television, yet you never ask him what happened. I want to know what happened. Anybody that sees this wants to know, I wonder what happened to that television. You're coming home there every day,
I
a
wasn't
big
even
crack
living there at the
television,
time.
and you say you don't know what happened. You didn't even bother to ask.
Because I wasn't living there at the time when that TV got
When was
broke.
this?
Was I, Justin?
That happened back in May, and she came over. She came over to the
Yeah,
house.
exactly. I wasn't
She came
even
over to the
living
house,
there.
and matter of fact, you was staying there.
No,
and
I was not.
And then,
How you
and then
go from I wasn't?
and then I was making her leave the house.
What
And,
month did you say it was?
May, Your Honor.
When did you move back?
He's talking about May of 2019. I was already gone.
You was there.
Okay, when did you leave?
I left January of 2019
Why?
because it was just too much for me.
Okay, did you come back over in May?
I mean, I was back and forth
Okay,
sometimes,
so it wasn't
but I
too
wasn't
much for
staying
you.
there.
So
no.
it wasn't too much
I hadn't
for you.
lived there in
I
over
believe
30
him.
days.
I believe him. How about that? We can end this right now.
Judge, I have evidence of him saying he was gonna break my TV. I mean,
This-
not my TV, my cell phone. Back to my phone. I'm sorry. The
I
TV
know you
is
back
just
to that, but I'm not back to that.
the
I'm
TV
back to
is
giving
just-
him his judgment.
the TV is overwhelming me.
Laugh
And-
on that.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
want to cry because he knows he's
$300 is
lying.
your judgment for your damaged television. I believe she did it. And with regard to the cable bill, I don't know what the agreement was. And if I can't determine what the agreement was, I can't give anybody a judgment.
So you're gonna lie,
And
Justin?
with regard to the cost of the trip, it was a gift that you completed. With regard to the property damage, I will grant you your $700 for your phone. I believe he did that. You all have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Like, this is the end right here. Like, this is goodbye right here. Like, goodbye. Like, goodbye.
I don't got nothing to say.
Yeah, because you
my
know
mom
you
loved the show.
lied. That's so sad. And your mama gonna know you lied too. Miss McGowan, liar.
Plaintiff Gregory Fisher says the defendant is his son, and everything was fine between them until the defendant started dating his girlfriend. Gregory claims his son's girlfriend is disrespectful, and he's suing his son for the balance due on a car loan. Defendant Brandon Fisher and his girlfriend, Calissa McDonald, say Gregory was a crack addict, and it ruined Brandon's childhood. Brandon claims as a result of the drugs, Gregory didn't enroll Brandon in high school. Brandon's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
Your Honor, everything was fine until my son met her over there. We find her to be very disrespectful, Your Honor. She came to my daughter's christening with tight spandex, white pants on, and a blue thong.
Was it at
In
a church?
In church, she wore this. I had
You know
several
she had
people.
thongs on.
Oh, not just a thong,
You were
Your Honor.
staying a
See-through
little too much.
spandex.
You were looking a little too much.
Your Honor, I had several people come up to me and question me about that, stating that they can't believe she
So they
actually
were
wore
looking
that
too
to
much.
church.
Bunch of freaks in y'all church.
Yeah.
What kind of underwear the woman got on?
She came to my daughter's christening with tight spandex, white pants on, and a blue thong.
Was it at
In
a church?
In church, she wore this. I
You
had
know
several
she had
people.
thongs on.
Oh, not just a thong.
You were
Your Honor,
staying a little
see-through
too
spandex.
much. You were looking a little too much.
Defendant Brandon Fisher and his girlfriend, Calissa McDonald, say the plaintiff, who is Brandon's father, ruined his childhood because he was a crack addict.
But go ahead, sir. How long have you all known her, or how long has she dated your son?
I believe my son started dating her sometime around May. We just find her to be very disrespectful.
When did you find that? When did you see that?
Well, we started noticing things over time. I had a house full of people. I had people from out of town, from Massachusetts, my daughter, her husband, their children, and space was limited in the home. And she was stretched out, relaxed on our sofa. And I came in, and there was nowhere to sit down. So I went into the kitchen where my daughter followed, and she questioned me why I went in there. She's like, "You don't have nowhere to sit, do you?" I said, "I'm not worried about it." But it's just stuff like that. She's just very disrespectful, Your Honor.
You all ever had any run-ins verbally?
Just one in September.
What was that about?
Well, they came to my home to pick up some of his belongings, big screen TV, and my son had owed me money for his phone bill. And he was getting paid that day, and he was supposed to pay me, and I asked him for it. I wanted it, and I needed it. They picked up the TV. I questioned him about it. He said he was going to get his check. I'm like, "Fine, I'll follow you." So followed him to work. He was supposed to put his check in the bank, and I was going to go right behind him in the ATM and take out the money that he owed me. They did this little dance all around town. So I followed them wherever they went.
All right.
Tried losing me. It was funny. It was funny.
You give me
Honor.
some background, sir.
Well, Your Honor, when I was first growing up, my father had a severe crack addiction, and I never got to experience my childhood because of it.
What ages?
Starting from four and up. From 4 to
Until
till
what?
now.
Till you moved, or
Yes.
you said until now? Is he still smoking crack?
No, he's clean now.
13
So when
years,
did he
Your Honor.
stop? Did he stop now, or you said 13
I've been clean
years
13
ago?
years, Your Honor.
Sir?
It's been 13 years.
Okay, so he smoked crack,
Yes,
and
Your
that
Honor.
ruined your life?
Yes, Your Honor.
How?
Because I never got to experience my childhood because he had the addiction to crack.
How about your mom? Was she around?
She was around,
Was
but
she on crack too?
No,
So why couldn't you experience it with her?
because she was always working, Your Honor.
Okay, like my mom and many, many other moms?
Yes.
Okay. So you think that all the folks who only have a single mom in their life, that they don't get to experience childhood? That's the impression you have?
Yes, I never got to experience my childhood.
Okay.
But see, that's not all true either, Your Honor. I coached football on a team that he was on. When I started getting clean, I became a volunteer football coach at the park on the team that he was at, because I had to get active in
He
the
was on a
community.
team. You played sports?
Just football, that was it, Your Honor.
How many years?
Just 1 year,
Okay. Why?
because he wouldn't put me further into football.
It was his choice.
Honor.
Not
What do you
to
mean
play
put
again,
you
Your
in?
Honor.
Like
He
what?
wouldn't- he wouldn't
Give you a
pay-
ride?
He wouldn't pay for the expenses, Your Honor.
Okay, and your mom didn't have the money.
Yes, Your Honor.
You asked her and she said, "I don't have it."
Yes.
Okay.
It was free, Your Honor. It didn't cost anything. Actually, there was a fee, but they got to sell raffle tickets to make up for that fee. Anything that you didn't sell, you had to pay for out of pocket.
Go ahead, sir. What have you done with your life since that time?
I used to go up to the park and watch all the other kids.
No, did you get a high school diploma?
No, Your Honor.
Why? Because he was on crack when you were 4?
No, Your Honor.
Why? Why?
Because he wouldn't put me in a high school, Your Honor. Because I have an IEP.
That's not true either, Your Honor.
Your mother wouldn't either? Why wouldn't your mother put you in high school?
Because she didn't want to deal with it. She was always working and he was always home.
So people who work, you don't think they're able to put their kids in school? Does that even make sense to you? Why don't you ask her? Let's just ask her. Maybe she knows. Maybe she's thought about it. Ask her, say, "Mama, why didn't you put me in school?" Go ahead. Isn't that your mom?
Yes, Your
Go
Honor.
ahead and ask her, since that's what you want to say the reason was. This should have happened years ago. When he wasn't going to school and he believed it was you, he should have said, "Mama, I want to go to school like other children. Would you please help me get in school? Dad is a crackhead, but you're not." All right, we'll move on. I think your father's right. You're blaming him for your own lack of initiative to take care of your own business. You're even blaming your mom here, and she wasn't on crack. So anything you want to tell me about the relationship of your family with your girlfriend?
Your Honor, when I first met her, she was never disrespectful to my parents. She was always polite. She bought them stuff for the house. And that's about it.
All right.
He wouldn't pay for the expenses, Your Honor.
Okay, and your mom didn't have the money.
Yes, Your Honor.
You asked her and she said, I don't have it?
Yes.
Okay.
It was free, Your Honor. It didn't cost anything.
Defendant Brandon Fisher and his girlfriend, Calissa McDonald, say the plaintiff, who is Brandon's father, ruined his childhood because he was a crack addict.
You want to say anything, ma'am? State your name.
Yes, Your Honor. My name's Calissa McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
I have bought them things for the house. I was always polite to them. I never argued with them. If he would have asked me to move, I would have moved gracefully.
Consideration.
But how about, he said you went to the christening with a freak outfit on. Or a sex outfit.
He absolutely did.
No, Your Honor. He had bought me that.
He bought?
No.
Oh, I said, how you gonna buy it and not want to wear it?
No.
Go ahead.
My boyfriend had actually bought me the outfit. I actually wore it for my birthday, and his mother actually complimented my outfit and said it was cute.
At the christening?
No, for my birthday.
I was saying.
But originally, we had told them the outfit was for the christening, and they didn't bring it up any time prior.
Okay. So you knew then. They knew that's what you were going to wear.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Your Honor.
His mom had seen it even.
That's not
and
true, Your Honor.
complimented you.
Yes.
You said, this is what I'm going to wear.
It would have
But
been
we
a
would
nice
have told her
Tight,
no at that time.
sexy
No,
outfit.
Your Honor, it wasn't tight.
Wasn't tight?
No.
It was
You don't wear tight
and
clothes?
see-through.
You wasn't tight see-through with a thong. That's what he's saying.
It was not see-through, no. And I
All
also
right,
had
I
a
don't
jacket
believe
on.
him. I don't believe him either, man.
Yes, it was.
I don't believe. This is a good church
I
girl.
saw it
Y'all
with
just
my own
don't-
eyes.
Y'all just mad. You go to church?
Yes, I do.
Well, you went that day for the christening at least.
No, but ever since I was little, my grandma had taken me to church, and I still follow up with
You
that.
didn't learn much because you wearing sex outfits to church. Stop it. All right, sir. What are you suing your son for?
I'm suing him for the upside down on a vehicle I had to repossess from him after he agreed to make all expenses related
You
to that.
co-signed, obviously, you say?
I was the original signer. He was the co-signer. Before he met her, he was working really hard, working overtime, everything I taught him in spite of my crack addiction. I taught him well.
He was doing all right until he met her, until she started walking around with them sex outfits on, doctor. It was hard to go to work then.
The last straw for us was when they came walking in the home and she walked right by us and didn't say a single word. I find that rude and disrespectful. She doesn't have to say anything to be rude and
So
disrespectful.
tell me how he
That's
owes for the
cheating.
car. What happened? He stopped paying?
Oh,
or what
yes,
happened?
he stopped paying, Your Honor.
All right, when did he stop paying?
The last payment was October 24th for $303.99.
Okay, and
that
when
was
you
partial
all
payment.
when you all talked about it, what was his response? Did he say, "I'm going to pay Dad. I'm running late. I will pay you"? Did he ever pay any?
He avoided me at all costs. Blocked me, deleted me, wouldn't answer the calls, wouldn't answer text messages.
Okay, sir, what do you say to this?
Your Honor, I was paying for the car. I made every single payment to that car up until December.
Okay, so you paid September, October, and November.
Yes, sir.
He missed
Yes, Your
November,
Honor.
December, January.
That's it. You say you paid November.
Partial payment. I couldn't make
You
the
tell
full
me,
payment,
Pops.
Your Honor.
Pardon me?
I couldn't make the full payment, Your Honor, in November.
Okay, so you know that puts his credit at risk.
Yes, Your Honor.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
So yeah, I would repossess it if you put my credit at risk. But what are you saying? You saying he didn't have a right to repossess it? What is your defense today?
We were on vacation, Your Honor, and he came to my girlfriend's house and took it.
You're absolutely right, Your Honor.
Because it was delinquent, right? What did he do wrong? He repossessed the car
Yes, Your Honor. And
because you hadn't paid.
I had told him I was going to be late on my payments because I had other bills I had to pay.
And I told him, make those other bills wait and pay that car payment because my name's on it. I don't care about your other bills.
Defendant Brandon Fisher and his girlfriend, Calissa McDonald, say the plaintiff, who is Brandon's father, ruined his childhood because he was a crack addict.
What's your counterclaim for?
For
You
harassment.
want money
Your
for
Honor.
harassment. What has he done to you?
Following me to my job, into the bank, wanting money, following me all around town, coming to my job. He took the plates off the car.
And at what point did he take the plates off the car? What month?
November 9th, 2018, Your Honor.
Why did you take the plates off?
Insurance was due November 11th. And Illinois, you have to have insurance. It's a law.
Yep.
He refused to show me proof of insurance on that new vehicle. So I went up and took the plates
Okay,
off
so
the
he
car.
violated the agreement again. All right, sir, I'm not going to grant you any counterclaim. I am going to grant you a judgment. You have no legal defense to not paying the car. In fact, you gave me the impression that you were up to date. And then once he showed me, you then backed away and said, well, I paid what I could. I paid some. I paid this. I paid that. So I'm going to dismiss your counterclaim and grant you your judgment. Good luck to you.
Your Honor.
I just hope my son learned something by this because I do love him no matter what. I want us to be put back together like we were. He's a good kid. I'm sorry for crying. He's a very good son. But he just totally dropped. He didn't talk to me, no nothing.
I'm pissed. It's not fair because of my father. He ruined my life.
I don't know how I ruined his life. His life's just getting started.
No, it's
you
not.
got to take care of your stuff.
No, it's
the
not.
way I
You
taught
ruined my life.
Take care of your stuff the way
No,
I.
you. I'm done.
Plaintiff Whitney Morgan says she first met the defendant when they were both addicted to crack cocaine. Whitney claims they lost touch, but 20 years later, she relapsed and moved into the defendant's sober living home. However, she's suing him for personal property and emotional distress. Defendant Malcolm Buns says when he met Whitney, she was using crack every single day. Malcolm claims although he sobered up 7 years ago, he continued to sell drugs until the police raided his sober house.
Start with you.
Well, Malcolm and I, we met over 20 years ago by a mutual friend. It was a blind date. And at that time, we both were active in our addiction, smoking crack cocaine. And after that, I didn't really have much dealings with him. I ended up getting back with my kids and my family, becoming a basketball mom, and got married, and so on and so forth. And so 20 some odd years later, when I'm estranged from my current husband, he has a sober living. Okay. And that's how we reconnected.
How did you catch up with him? How did you all end up being?
Through the network.
Okay.
Through the network, you know.
NA network?
Well, NA is, people that go to meetings, they knew about that he had a sober living.
Got it.
And that's how I got the number, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And then?
And then, well, I moved in. and
What, you had relapsed?
I have relapsed. Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
So I moved into the sober living, exactly. And everything it wasn't a problem. It was fine. You know, it was what it was. But when he went to jail, there was talk about it was going to be sold, you know. And so I didn't really want to deal with that kind of pressure or stress being sold. And
He
he's not
had
there.
a sober living facility that he operated. Did he live there?
No.
Okay.
No,
but then he went to jail.
He went to jail. He lived
What
somewhere.
happened to the place? It
The
continued?
place is still there. So I guess I was misinformed or whatever, but I didn't want to be bothered with, because I've been in that situation when your place gets sold, then you got to find a place to stay. They give you deadlines. And I just didn't want to be bothered with that because I had a physical illness that I was trying to focus on. And so I didn't need any
How was it
extra.
living there?
It was nice. It was cool. I had a roommate. We had our own bathroom. The rooms were large.
Okay.
The rooms were large. You cooked your own food.
Did anyone relapse there at the house, or did anything come up missing?
Well, in the end, my stuff came up missing. Yeah, in the end.
Oh,
but-
that's what you're here for.
That's what I'm here
regarding
for.
that. Crackheads ran me out of the sober living business. I went back and bought my childhood home, the one before we moved into public housing, and it was a tough neighborhood. I went and purchased it, for the purpose of using it as a sober living. We did. Then I moved in someone who was crack addicted, who was very, very close to me. And they started selling crack out.
Oh, wow.
The person most close to me.
Yeah.
And then one of my best childhood friends, he came too. He was staying there along with my relative who brought the crack man in. And then they burned the house down.
Oh, no.
Hold on, you didn't hear the rest. You didn't hear the rest.
Plaintiff Whitney Morgan is suing her former friend, who claims after he stopped using drugs, he continued selling drugs until his sober house was raided by the police.
My 30, 40-year friend who ran it, he would go by and get the checks to deposit them so we could run the house. Well, he had just picked up the checks. And within a quarter of a mile, he was robbed and killed.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Tragic.
So sorry.
Where y'all from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. You as well?
Well, actually, I grew up right here. I grew up down the street from here. I grew up right there off Lakeshore Drive.
Okay. And you operated a sober living? How did that go?
Well, what happened was I met Whitney like 20 years ago, and I was an addict. At the time, I used every day. I used to fly from LA to Chicago just to get high. And then
Hold on, now you're just talking crazy.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. I should come
sorry. What years were there? Because I know what it costs to go from LA to Chicago now. You take a plane all the way to Chicago.
And get high.
Man, you crazy. Who you think you talking to? I thought you were in recovery. Coming here with these crackhead stories. You know, it's a crackhead story. Now, I was about to compliment you. Talk about I'm proud of how you overcame and you went and set up a sober living place. And the first thing you do is start out with an impossible lie.
That's the truth.
There's not any truth. Stop it.
Listen.
You flew 3,000 miles to split a gram, $100 gram, with 5 dope fiends, crackheads. Please.
Hey, you know what?
Let's move on.
That's the truth, but listen.
Sir, there's nothing you could tell me or anybody that's ever going to hear this. Nothing you can say about that to convince a person.
Well, that's what I did.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Sir. So, I'm gonna still give you credit for recovery, and I'm not gonna call you a crackhead because people who are in recovery, I call them recovering addicts. Crackhead is for people I gotta humiliate into going.
But see,
come up here lying and everything. But you still got crackish ways. You might not be a crackhead, but that's a crackhead story, and you got crackish ways. Now, how did the sober living go? You turned your own place out, didn't you?
No.
My relative turned mine out. You turned your own place out.
But you know what? I ain't gonna say I did, but I guess I did. You know, what happened was, let me be honest with you. What happened was, I got a sober living place. I was using drugs. I stopped using drugs. I just stopped. I got on my knees and I prayed to God, asked God for forgiveness, and take that demon off my back.
Okay.
He did that in 2012.
Okay.
I stopped using. I just up and stopped.
Good.
Then, so all I knew was to hustle. My hustle was to sell drugs. That's what I went to jail for. I sold drugs. So along the line, I
what
stopped.
What type of drug? Crack?
I sold crack. But I
Were
stopped
you
selling.
smoking?
No, I didn't smoke no more.
Okay.
I didn't smoke.
All right.
I stopped selling. I got raided. Once again, I came to Chicago.
Were you still operating a sober home at that time?
Yes.
You were operating a sober home.
Sober living home.
And selling crack at the same time.
But I never sold no drugs to none of my clients. They live in my house.
I know. Just other people who you were trying to drum up business for your sober home.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Because you were selling it to other people who were crackheads and would need your help.
Well, I never sold no drugs to none of my clients in my house. Never. And matter of fact, what they did in their house, that's their business.
What they did in their house is their business. Me, I don't mind if they smoke crack in my sober living establishment. Go ahead. What else you want me to know? You're giving me nothing but bad stories that are going to lead back to me calling you a crackhead.
Well,
I'm giving you break.
Once again, I mean, that's what I am. I mean,
All right,
it don't
so
clean.
you went
but-
to jail and it closed down. That's your
Right,
point?
no. I went
What
to jail.
happened with the sober living
still
home
existing
then?
today. I still
All
have it.
right.
Plaintiff Whitney Morgan is suing her former friend, who claims after he stopped using drugs, he continued selling drugs until his sober house was raided by the police.
Let me hear from you as to what happened to your property.
Well, it was the 1st of September, and I decided to move. I moved to another sober living that had, let's say, more structure. So I moved, and then 7 days later, that was a Friday, I called and said, I'll be back to get the rest of my things because I guess he said I had too much stuff, and so I couldn't take everything to my room, so I had stored some things in the garage. And so I called and said, I'm coming to get it. And within 24 hours later, when I came on the 8th, I found one bag with some shoes of mine and my antique purse, and the rest was just all gone because...
Did he know you were storing it and agree to allow you to?
Yeah, he told me to put it in there.
Just making sure, because that's important.
Yeah, he told me I could put it in there. Okay. And my grandmother had it was a TIAC, it was a record player that you could make your records into CDs.
Were the recovering addicts still living there?
When I moved away, yes. Yeah. But
I brought
the
things
up
in the
to,
garage. You have the list.
Yes, I do, sir.
And how are you holding him responsible now?
Well, for one, he told me that I could keep it in there, and two, according to California state tenant and landlord law, it's 30 days before they could throw it away. And I said, I'm coming to get it.
Oh, you were told it was thrown away, or you saw
Yeah,
it?
they threw it away in the trash.
He told you that?
Okay.
He told you that?
That's what his girlfriend said.
Quiet, sir.
That's what his girlfriend said. And then when I got there, I lifted up the top of the trash can, and there was a bag of my
let me
stuff.
hear from you.
Okay, which I did tell her she could leave her stuff there. At the time when she left, I was still in jail. I was in jail. I called home, and they told me she wanted to move. I told her she could leave her stuff there. I called back. I called back a couple days later, still there. I called back 2 weeks later, still there. I called back a month later, it's still there.
Call back to the home?
I called back to the home.
Did you ever call her?
No. I said, okay, at this time, it had been over 30-something days. Her stuff was stored into the garage. It's a garage, and I stored people's stuff in there. So she never came and got it. It was over 30-something days.
That's not true.
Okay, the California law is 30 days.
She's about to
I have a witness statement.
She's about to show me this
the
weapon,
person
she
that
says.
took me there on the that's the written he took me there on the 8th of September. I moved out on the 1st.
September 8th.
She never came back. She didn't come back. She never came back. I would have gave her to her.
Did she move out on the 1st?
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
Okay, she came to get her things on the 8th.
Yeah.
No, she didn't, sir.
Okay.
She never
I
did.
believe this, your testimony was inconsistent. The character that I'm hearing from you shows that you have character flaws regarding honesty. You have a sober living home and you're selling crack. Then you tell me what they do in the sober living home that you still operate is their own private business. That leads me to believe this is a hustle for you.
All right.
And you're in and out of jail for selling dope while running a sober home.
Right.
I'm not inclined to call you a crackhead, but as I said, you have crackish ways. I'm going to grant her judgment. Your credibility is 0 in here. Hers is high. She brings me a letter indicating that what she says is true. I'm going to grant her judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Judgment for the plaintiff.